Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Coach Derica Frazier. I'm not going to be before you long, but I did want to take a moment to come here and just speak to you guys about what it is that I am so excited to help you accomplish to get you started on your journey. Um, you know, through my life, and all the things for me started when I was in my childhood. And back in my childhood, I can remember all the different forms of abuse that I had to endure, that I had to encounter, the feelings that I had to endure, that so that my other siblings did not. I've always been the type of person that was for the underdog. I've always been a protector. I've always been a fixer, so to speak. But the problem was that I didn't know that I needed fixing. And it wasn't until here I am now at the age of 41. It wasn't until I reached, into my 40s that I started to realize that there were some things that I really needed to work on, where I thought that I knew that there was something going on. You see what I'm saying? Being divorced twice, I have 5 children. I'm a single mother. And, I'm very blessed, to have the children that I have. But there were some things that was missing from my life, and the things that was missing from my life was happiness. The things that was missing from my life was confidence, and I didn't believe I was worth it. I didn't believe that I really had a choice. I believe that because of the fact that I had children out of wedlock, I believe the fact that when I got pregnant and my dad disowned me, I believe that I wasn't worthy. I believe that, when I brought home straight A's and 1C, I believe that, and got in trouble for the C, I believe that I wasn't ever good enough. When my dad consistently asked me, "What are you, stupid?" I began to believe that I was stupid. I remember growing up, and really loving track, and I loved basketball, and I actually played varsity basketball, and it was like a sweet escape for me until my dad became the assistant coach. And when he became the assistant coach, it was like my home life had now infused with my life in school. And so ultimately, I ended up hurting my ankle, and I wasn't able to play anymore. And I even got criticized and got in trouble about that as well too. So these things that I went through, it affected me, right? It affected me. It affected my mental state of mind, because in my life growing up, looking back on things, we weren't allowed to really express. So everything that I did, I endured, I had to internalize. And a lot of us do that, right? A lot of us do. We internalize the things that we go through. And so because of the fact that, I had to internalize a lot of things, I really didn't know how to deal with stuff. And so the way that I would deal with stuff outwardly was through anger, right? Was through creating myself a comfort zone, was through staying in my bubble, was to, I'm not going to say that I am an introvert, but I will say that I used to live a life of an introvert. I didn't want to deal with people, and I was actually perfectly okay with not having to deal with people, because I knew that if I didn't deal with people, I wasn't going to be held accountable to anything. Okay, so I lived my life with inconsistency. I lived my life with not being able to be confident. I didn't know what that looked like. I lived my life with being my own worst critic. I lived my life with taking more than I was given, right? I was just taking whatever people gave me, just taking it. And I would just sweep it under the rug, and I would just internalize it. And then I turned to so many different negative vices to try to deal with these things. And I realize now, looking back, that was wrong. That was not the right way to do it. But see, here's the thing: when you don't know better, you really don't know how to fix it. When you don't have anyone that can help you to identify the fact that there are changes that you need to make, you really don't know what it is that you need to do. And so I'm here today to tell you that I recognize that, you're watching this video because there are some things that that you need to change in your life, and I want to help you to be able to do that. I know what it feels like, to avoid, walking down certain aisles or walking by certain people, certain groups of people, because your confidence is so shattered. I know what it feels like to avoid going certain places because there are certain pretty people there or going to be there, and you feel so low in life that you don't want to be around those people. I know what it feels like to miss out on opportunities because you're scared they're going to ask you to do something. You're scared they're going to ask you to speak, or you're scared they're going to ask you to come to the forefront. I know what it's like to be comfortable staying in the background. And see, the thing is that by always standing in the background, you end up missing what's there for you. You end up missing the boat. You end up missing it. And so through my life, I found myself always missing the boat. And when you miss the boat, you miss your blessing, right? And so it's time for us really to start busting through those glass ceilings. And that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you to realize, and to be able to see that you are worthy. I want you to be able to see that you have power within you. You just have to discover, you just have to be shown how to actually activate it. And see, because of the fact that, I went through the training and different things like that, I'm able to activate it now. I'm able to see like, wow, I really am a powerful individual. I really am a dragon slayer. God did create me in his own image, right? So quite naturally, if he created me like him, then wouldn't that mean that I had some similar abilities, right? Through him, I am able to do these things. And so even though I knew that, even though I read that, I didn't believe that. And that's what I want to help you with. I want to help you get your belief back. I want to help you get your confidence back. I want to help you be able, to walk into, that gym, to be able to walk in that gym and go over to them free weights and not feel like you don't belong there. Okay, I want to help you to be able to go over there into that, into that section at the department store, because you done felt you're feeling good about yourself, right? You're not self-sabotaging yourself. You're not, emotionally eating and things like that we tend to do, right? You're not doing those things. So now you done started to drop some pounds, and so now you can go over here to the section. You're out of the plus size section. You can go over here and actually, yeah, I'm here. Yes, please. It's okay. It's okay because I've been there. I understand it. It's okay. I used to feel so guilty as a single parent doing anything for myself. I did. I used to feel so guilty doing anything for myself. Until one day someone sat me down and said, Derica, if you don't start taking care of you first, you're not going to be here to take care of your children. If you don't deal with your mind, your body, your spirit, if you don't deal with yourself, then you're not going to be any good to no one else. Because see, for me, I've always wanted to help people. I went through nursing school. I went to school to be a social worker. God said no. God said no. God said no. And so here I am now today, knowing that I was made and created to slay dragons. I was created to help people like you to be able to bust through those glass ceilings, to break off all those layers of bondage. I was created just to do that for you. Just to do that for you. Because see, it's not about me, it's about you, right? I found someone to help me do it. And now here you are watching me, and I'm ready to help you do it. So let's go on this journey together. Let me help you realize what it's like to be able to activate your God-given power, to be able to bust through all those layers of fear, anxiety, doubt, low confidence, self-esteem, all those beliefs, that things that happen in your life cause you to believe whatever it is subconsciously. I want to help you to be able to clear those programs. I want to help you to be able to succeed, right? So that you can start making forward progress. Okay? And I want to be with you and help you through this journey. Because let me tell you, since I was able to do these things, my life is so much brighter. My days are so much better. But it's going to take some work. And it's going to take some dedication. And it's going to take some discipline. But guess what? If I can do it, you can definitely do it. Right? But you got to think about it. You got to think about what you're thinking about. Because see, here's one thing I've learned, and I'm going to let you go. The enemy does not want us to think. That's why he tries to keep us sick. He tries to keep us in poverty. He tries to keep our mind inebriated because he doesn't want us to think. Because, oh my goodness, if we start thinking for ourselves, do you know what's going to happen? We won't be relying on other people to think for us. We won't be relying on other people to make decisions for us because we will be wise enough and confident enough in our own mind, in our own heart, in our own self, and we will be able to act according to how God wanted us to act from the beginning. It's just that we have allowed so many vices to control our thinking and our mindset that our body and our choices and our decisions have tended to follow. So here I am right now telling you and welcoming you that it is time. It is time to start thinking. It's time. It's time. God doesn't make any mistakes. And he didn't make no mistake by having you sit here and watch this video. So I want to say welcome. And I want to say I'm super excited to get started with you. And I hope to build a long-lasting relationship with you. And I'm so excited to see the things and the things that you accomplish as we go through this journey. Welcome.